All right, it's February 10th, 2023. We're at 28 Road Transmission and Auto Salvage, formerly Whitewater. I talked to the owner, Miss Leah. She said go right ahead, do a walkthrough. Probably be 20 minutes on this one. So I know they were doing a lot of trucks, specializing in like Ford, Chevy, domestic trucks. Oh, they got all sorts of axles. Little Duramax. I'll try not to get Rick here on the video. Get a little free advertising for his old trucks he works on. So this is pretty cool. I actually knew her cousin, actually, who's deceased, Dallas. He was my brother's friend about 30 years ago, and I knew her dad. He's still with us. So we're gonna be splicing videos. They've got all sorts of stuff. Used to be just this little acre or whatever on the corner, but I mean, they got transmissions. They build transmissions for customers. You got axles and engines out the wazoo. I see a bunch of Ford, like E4OD transmissions. Mostly modern vehicles, because say pickups are the specialty. You got tailgates, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, SUVs, doors, a bus full of, not sure what this bus is full of. Steering gears, brake boosters, axle shafts. Got little GMC Canyons. We now have a Chevy Colorado, so we're always looking for some stuff for 05 Colorado. See if this GoPro is controlled from my phone now. Got little S10 fenders. Whew, it's about 24 out and breezy. It feels like it's about 19. Cute little GMT 400. I had one just like that with a V6 and a 4.3. So we're getting into some older stuff. You got older dent side Ford doors. It's a passenger door. 67 to 72 Chevy door. Old Blazer, like 74 Blazer door. I do know that they're pretty reasonable. Probably the most reasonable yard of the 4 yards. You got some square body stuff. I think the specializing in the domestic trucks is a really wise choice. Got some bumpers. It's pretty good. I mean, they got their Nissans. A little Nissan section here. Toyotas to go with their Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Got Avalanches. We're getting into some old Dodges. 70s, 80s. Old Ram Charger. Probably mentioned my sister had a 79 Plymouth Trail Duster. She sold to a guy, and I think she wished she hadn't, because I don't think he did anything with it like he promised. I'll go check out the Dakotas, even though Dodges are not my thing, but being a Chevrolet man, I'll drive a little Honda, I'll drive a Dodge, I'll drive a Ford Ranger. There's nothing wrong with any of them. I just prefer my Chevrolets. If I actually had to prefer anything, I probably prefer Chevrolets, Chevrolet trucks, and then Honda cars, and then probably Ford trucks, Dodge trucks, Nissans, Toyotas, in that order. Get into some older GMT 400s. Yeah, this is a very well run yard. Got a square. This was an old 305. Missing its engine. Got yourself an old dually. I crushed one of these old like 68 Chevy dualies about 10 years ago for 500 bucks. Little Chevy Cheyenne 20 K20, still has an engine bagged. Another old square Chevy. '94 to 02 Dodges. Those are pretty cool. My sister has a diesel. My brother-in-law has a diesel. My nephew has a couple of those second-gen diesels. Other than working on the front end on those 94 to, or the heater cores on the 94 to 02 Dodge, they're really nice trucks. Not as comfortable as a Silverado, but they are very well built trucks. See, and I got a soft spot for S10s. That's why we bought a Colorado, just as a little 4-cylinder 2-wheel drive runaround truck. That's what I'm down here in today, is my Colorado. Little tracker, old GMC work service truck. Probably had an 8-liter or a 6-liter. Could be an 8.1 actually. Or is that a Duramax? Yeah, no, that's a 8.1 probably. '07-ish Tahoe. They're really smart to stick with trucks, because really, you know, you got a lot of things you can sell, front clips, axles and stuff. And if you're trying to do everything like the downtown guy Felipe does, you know, you end up with VWs and Hondas and Pontiacs, and sometimes a car will sit for 3 months and you won't sell a door. So if you got an old bump side 67 to 72, and it's like, if you got some good iron on these trucks, and then you got axles, and then when you're all done, when you go to scrap, you still got a ton. Just the frame and the just your frame and cab is probably 1,800 pounds, so you've probably got, you know, $80, $100 in scrap on that carcass. So trucks really are the way to go. Everybody has trucks, all ages, all races, all backgrounds. Yeah, we got a lot of Dodges in here. Some Chevy back to the Ford. I'm gonna go over to this last lot, go be courteous, check in with the owner, and then I'll go home and edit this. Spend the next 2 hours waiting for it to upload. Little Savannah. GMT 400s. To me, that's the up and coming classic right there. They used to be dirt cheap and on every corner, and now they're kind of like Squares got really stupid the last 10 years on prices. GMT 400s, the clean ones are starting to fetch some money now. '73 to '79 dent side F100 total customs. Well, guess that's how far it got. Little Rangers.